In this video, we are going to use word problems to review how to solve proportions. Here is our first example. The best drink at the Smoothie Shack is the Berry Blaster. It takes 3 cups of strawberries to make 2 Berry Blasters. The Smoothie Shack only has 15 cups of strawberries left. How many Berry Blasters can the Smoothie Shack make? It takes 3 cups of strawberries to make 2 Berry Blasters. Let's write this ratio as a fraction. The Smoothie Shack only has 15 cups of strawberries left, and you need to find how many Berry Blasters they can make. Let's write this ratio as a fraction too. We have 15 cups of strawberries, and we don't know how many Berry Blasters they can make, so we'll put an X for that in our denominator. It is important to remember to match our numerators and denominators to keep our proportion equivalent. Here, our numerators are both numbers of cups of strawberries, and our denominators are both numbers of Berry Blasters. To start solving, let's compare our numerators. To get from 3 to 15, we would multiply by 5. Since we multiply the numerator by 5, we have to multiply the denominator by 5 too. 2 multiplied by 5 is 10, so x equals 10. So now we see that the Smoothie Shack can make 10 Berry Blasters. Let's look at another example. Every summer, Kendra plants a vegetable garden in her yard. Last year, she planted 6 rows of tomatoes and 8 rows of peppers. Kendra wants to keep the same ratio this year, but she only plans to plant 3 rows of tomatoes. How many rows of peppers will Kendra plant this year? Let's create a proportion. Kendra had 6 rows of tomatoes and 8 rows of peppers last year. Let's write this ratio as a fraction. She plans to plant 3 rows of tomatoes this year, and you need to find how many rows of peppers she will plant. So we'll use X to represent the number of rows of peppers, since that is unknown. We'll write this ratio as a fraction too, making sure to match the numerator and denominator of our first ratio. Now let's compare our numerators to start to solve. To get from 6 to 3, we would divide by 2. Since we divide the numerator by 2, we have to divide the denominator by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4, so x equals 4. This means Kendra will plant 4 rows of peppers this year. Let's try one more example. Xavier loves to make waffles for breakfast. Normally, it takes him 9 minutes to make 3 waffles. He had some friends sleep over last night, and he wants to make 10 waffles this morning. If the waffles cook at the same rate, how many minutes will it take Xavier to make the waffles this morning? It takes Xavier 9 minutes to make 3 waffles. Let's write this as a rate. He wants to make 10 waffles this morning, and we need to find how many minutes this will take him. So we'll use X to represent the number of minutes it will take Xavier to make the waffles, since it is unknown. We'll write this ratio as a fraction too. Again, making sure to match the numerator and the denominator of our first ratio. Look at these ratios. Getting from one ratio to the other looks tricky. There's no whole number that we can multiply or divide that will help us find x easily. However, we can find another equivalent ratio that is easier to work with. We can simplify the ratio of 9 minutes over 3 waffles to its unit rate. The unit rate will tell us how long it takes Xavier to make 1 waffle, so the denominator will be 1. To find the unit rate, let's divide the numerator and denominator by 3. This shows us that it takes Xavier 3 minutes to make 1 waffle. Now let's replace the ratio 9 minutes for 3 waffles with its unit rate 3 minutes for 1 waffle. Now we can solve this proportion. To start solving, let's compare our denominators. To get from 1 to 10, we would multiply by 10. Since we multiplied the denominator by 10, we have to multiply the numerator by 10 too. 3 multiplied by 10 is 30. So now we see that it will take Xavier 30 minutes to make 10 waffles this morning. Outstanding work! Now you can solve proportions by using word problems on your own.